Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Get ready, because today, we're covering the top 3 Lincoln Wheat penny era coins that will have you on the edge of your seat. These pennies are not just pieces of history, they're mistakes, or shall we say, little treasures in the coin world, each with its own fascinating backstory. So grab your magnifying glasses, because we're about to dive into some serious coin talk. Let's kick things off with a coin that's often talked about but rarely seen in the wild, the 1937 Wheat Penny era coin without mint mark. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of the famous series that ran from 1909 to 1958. The series was introduced to celebrate President Abraham Lincoln's centennial birth and quickly became one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. But in 1937, something interesting happened, an error that continues to intrigue collectors and numismatists alike. First, let's talk about the design. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was designed by Victor David Brenner, and its obverse features a classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. On the reverse, we see 2 sheaves of wheat, giving the coin its wheat name. The coin was initially struck in a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Now, most 1937 wheat pennies will have a mint mark, indicating which U.S. mint produced the coin, whether it be Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. But in the case of the 1937 Wheat Penny era coin, it's the absence of the mint mark that raises eyebrows. Why is this important? The 1937 penny was primarily minted in Philadelphia, but there were some notable errors. Some 1937 pennies were struck without any mint mark, and this led to a very specific series of errors that collectors are particularly fond of. This particular error arises because some of the coins were originally planned to be struck at the San Francisco Mint, but due to an issue in production, they ended up at the Philadelphia Mint without their S mint mark. Let's move on to the market value. A 1937 wheat penny without a mint mark, especially one in excellent condition or with significant errors, is worth more than its regular counterpart. If you happen to stumble upon a coin with this error in mint state, MS, you're looking at a price tag of $100 to $300 or more depending on its condition. The rare error examples, especially those with misaligned dies or other significant mistakes, can fetch thousands at auction. The sheer rarity of these coins in excellent condition adds to their desirability among collectors, and their historical significance only enhances their allure. The collector interest for this era coin has steadily grown over the year. Coin collectors, particularly those focused on the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, often seek out this specific error due to the intriguing nature of the minting mistake. Collectors look for coins with unique errors as these often offer a higher investment potential due to their rarity and demand. So, if you're lucky enough to find a 1937 Wheat Penny era coin without a mint mark, don't be surprised if you hold a little goldmine in your hands. Next up, we have another striking error that will captivate your imagination, the 1945 Wheat Penny era coin without mint mark. In 1945, the United States was emerging from the turmoil of World War II. The war had caused significant strain on the economy, and many industries were focused on wartime production. Despite these pressures, the U.S. Mint continued to strike coins as usual, including the famous Lincoln Wheat Penny. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny has a special place in history. It was the year the war finally came to an end, and people were looking to rebuild and celebrate a new era of peace and prosperity. The coin features the same design as its predecessors, with President Lincoln on the obverse and the 2 sheaves of wheat on the reverse. But this year had an error that collectors find extremely exciting, the 1945 Wheat Penny without a mint mark. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this coin so unique? The 1945 Wheat Penny was mostly minted in Philadelphia, but here's where things get interesting. Some 1945 pennies were struck without a mint mark, which was unusual for a coin minted in Philadelphia. Usually, the absence of a mint mark indicated that the coin came from the Philadelphia Mint, but with the 1945 error, the problem arose from a faulty die or a mix-up at the mint, which resulted in the coin being struck without its mint mark, despite being from Philadelphia. This error coin is incredibly valuable for a number of reasons. It is believed that only a small number of these coins were struck, making them quite rare. Because of their scarcity, 1945 wheat pennies without a mint mark are highly sought after by collectors. In good condition, these coins can sell for anywhere between $50 to $200. The value increases depending on the condition and any additional errors or unique features it may possess. One particularly interesting aspect of the 1945 wheat penny era coin without mint mark is that its error is more commonly found in low-grade coins, meaning that finding one in mint condition, MS, is exceedingly rare. That's why collectors pay top dollar for those in great shape. Coins with significant errors, like die cracks or striking mistakes, fetch even higher prices at auctions. The market interest for the 1945 era coins continues to be strong, with many collectors focusing on the World War II era for its historical importance. Collectors who specialize in wartime numismatics are especially keen to add the 1945 wheat penny era coin without a mint mark to their collections. This coin's historical relevance combined with its scarcity makes it one of the most prized era coins in the wheat penny series. So, if you come across a 1945 wheat penny era coin without a mint mark, consider yourself lucky. You've just uncovered a piece of U.S. history with a fascinating mistake. Finally, we come to a coin that has sparked some of the most heated discussions among collectors, the 1955 Lincoln wheat penny era coin without mint mark. The 1955 Lincoln wheat penny is another notable year in the history of this iconic coin. This was a time when the U.S. economy was undergoing change and growth, and people were more focused on everyday life than on collecting coins. However, 1955 would turn out to be a very special year for the Lincoln wheat penny series, because of an error that would capture the attention of numismatists for years to come. The 1955 Lincoln wheat penny features the same classic design, with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the wheat sheaves on the reverse. The real excitement comes from the double die error. This error occurred during the minting process when a die was improperly aligned, causing the design to be stamped twice onto the coin. This resulted in a doubling effect on the inscriptions of the coin, especially noticeable on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the obverse. The 1955 double die error is one of the most well-known and sought-after errors in coin collecting history. Although it was initially dismissed as a production flaw, collectors soon realized the significance of the mistake, and it quickly gained recognition as one of the most valuable errors from the Lincoln wheat penny series. The coin's market value is where things get really interesting. A typical 1955 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark can range in value, but those with the double die error are in a league of their own. Depending on the coin's condition, the 1955 double die error can command prices anywhere from $500 to over $10,000 in auction. Those with high-quality strikes and excellent preservation can even fetch prices exceeding $20,000. This makes the 1955 double die error one of the most valuable coins in the entire wheat penny series. So, what makes the 1955 double die Lincoln wheat penny so exciting for collectors? It's the rarity, the unique error, and the sheer demand among collectors. The 1955 double die is iconic. It's a piece of U.S. coin history that will forever be remembered in the world of numismatics. Collectors are particularly keen on obtaining one of these coins in mint condition, and as such, they actively seek out the 1955 wheat penny with the double die error. The interest for this coin continues to rise, particularly as more collectors discover it and learn about its historical significance. If you ever find a 1955 Lincoln wheat penny error coin without a mint mark, especially one with the famous double die error, you're holding one of the most valuable and desirable coins in American numismatics. And there you have it, 3 of the most exciting Lincoln wheat penny error coins that every collector dreams of owning. Whether it's the mysterious 1937 wheat penny error, the historical significance of the 1945 error, or the legendary 1955 double die, these coins continue to captivate the imaginations of collectors around the world. If you ever come across one, remember, you're holding more than just a penny, you're holding a piece of history.